Hello, my wise elders. Welcome back to this great channel. In my younger years, mornings were a blur of haste, a frantic awakening, coffee gulped down, breakfast forgotten, and out into the world. Now, at 70, I've come to understand mornings differently. They are no longer an obstacle course to be endured, but a precious space to be guarded. I believe deeply that how you use that first quiet hour, particularly once you stepped away from the rush of career, doesn't just organize your day. It can reshape your well-being, your contentment, and your very spirit. That's why I want to share with you 7 straightforward morning rituals I practice before 9 a.m. They don't demand equipment or complex plans, only a bit of deliberate attention. If you're retired or nearing that chapter, and you long to greet each day with more clarity, lightness, and a true sense of connection, I invite you to join me. These simple habits transform my mornings, and in doing so, they quietly transform me. Habit 1. Begin with a deliberate drink. At this stage of life, I've seen how the first moments of the day often steer all the rest. For me, it begins with what I choose to pour into my cup. I skip the coffee and juice first thing, and turn instead to a humble glass of warm water. I used to dismiss this as too simple, but now I understand it's not about the water itself. It's about the act of replenishment. After a night's rest, our bodies are parched. At my age, that can mean waking to stiff joints, a dry throat, and a foggy mind. So I start with water that's gently warm, never cold, sometimes brightened with lemon or soothed with a sliver of ginger or a hint of honey. This 5-minute ritual is a quiet pact I make with myself to treat this body that has carried me for 7 decades with consistent, gentle respect. I sip it slowly, often with a silent word of thanks for the new day. It's a small kindness that sets a tone of care, making me feel more alert, steady, and prepared. Habit 2. Nourish yourself with a gentle breakfast. For years, breakfast was a mere footnote, a rushed pastry, or a piece of toast. In retirement, I noticed how those empty choices left me feeling heavy and unsteady. So I changed my approach. Now, I prepare what I think of as a gentle breakfast, something warm, light, and truly sustaining. It might be oatmeal with berries and nuts, a soft-boiled egg with whole grain toast, or yogurt with fruit. The key is whole, easy-to-digest foods. And I always sit down to eat, without distraction, chewing slowly and allowing myself to truly receive the nourishment. This intentional start tells my body, you'll be cared for today, and the difference in my energy and mood has been profound. Habit 3. Step outside and meet the morning. There was a time when I moved through mornings without truly experiencing them. Even in retirement, I found myself staying indoors, feeling mentally confined. Then I began making a point to step outside every single morning, even for just 5 minutes. I stand on the porch, feel the air on my skin, listen to birds, and let the morning light touch my face. This isn't just about fresh air. It's a spiritual reconnection. It reminds me that I am part of a vast, beautiful, living world. Science affirms that this early light helps regulate our clocks and mood, but for me, it's simpler than that. It's an invitation to belong, to feel the world turning and know I am still here within it. Habit 4. Stretch your body like you're greeting an old friend. I once believed movement had to be strenuous to count. Now, I see it as a conversation with my own body. Each morning, I spend a few minutes in gentle, mindful stretching, raising my arms, rolling my shoulders, loosening my wrists and ankles. There's no force, only a slow, respectful check-in with each part of myself. This gentle motion counters the stiffness that creeps in with age and tells my joints and muscles, I still need you. It's not about fitness. It's about maintaining a friendship with a vessel that has carried me through life. And the reward is immediate. A clearer mind, deeper breath, and a grounded presence that lasts throughout the day. Habit 5. Perform one task with your full presence. I used to wear multitasking as a badge of honor. In retirement, I found that filling my time with scattered tasks left me feeling oddly anxious and unfulfilled. The shift came when I began choosing one simple morning activity, like pouring tea, sweeping a step, or folding a towel, and giving it my complete, undivided attention. No background noise, no rushing. In that focused stillness, the past and future fall away, and there is only the moment. This practice of full presence turns an ordinary act into a meditation, bringing a profound sense of peace and reminding me that I am still here, still capable, still alive in the simplest of actions. Habit 6. Feed your mind something beautiful before the noise arrives. Just as the body needs a good breakfast, so does the mind. Before the world intrudes with its headlines and demands, I make time to nourish my thoughts with something quiet and intentional. Some mornings, I read a page of poetry or a reflective passage. Others, I write a line or two in a journal, a gratitude, a hope, a captured memory. Sometimes, I simply sit and listen. This 15-minute sanctuary offers my mind a clean, calm space before it gets crowded by the day's chatter. It allows me to start the day softly, more humanely, which in turn helps me move through the hours with more patience and less worry. Habit 7. Choose one small thing to look forward to. In the wide-open landscape of retirement, some days can lack shape or anticipation. To counter this, I now ask myself each morning a simple question. What is one thing I'm looking forward to today? It might be a phone call, a recipe I want to try, a chapter in a book, or simply watching the sunset. This small, chosen anchor gives a day a gentle sense of direction and purpose. It is a quiet declaration that I still care, that there is still something, however modest, that makes this day worth stepping into. This habit of intentional anticipation has taught me that joy is often woven from these small, daily threads, not just the grand events. These are the 7 morning habits that guide my days. They are modest, yet their impact has been immense. They ask not for youth or wealth, but for presence and a little deliberate care. You don't need to adopt them all at once. Perhaps start with just one, the warm glass of water, the 5 minutes outside, the single mindful task. Do it with your whole heart, because that first hour isn't merely about routine. It's about reclaiming the truth that this day is yours. You are no longer just passing time. You are composing it. At 70, I hold this conviction close. The world still has beauty to offer, and I, in my own quiet way, still have something to offer in return. It starts in the morning with intention. So tomorrow, when you wake, I encourage you not to rush or drift, but to choose. Choose to honor your breath, your body, your mind, and your spirit. Remember, it is never too late to begin your mornings with meaning. You deserve days that feel gentle, and you deserve days that feel authentically your own. But here's the most important thing, the part that ties all these gentle habits together. They are not a checklist. They are an attitude, a way of turning toward the day and toward yourself with a sense of reverence. For decades, my worth was tied to my productivity, what I could accomplish, provide, and check off a list. In retirement, that old metric leaves you adrift. These 7 habits gave me a new one. Not what I can produce for the world, but how present I can be in it. They measure the quality of my attention, the depth of my gratitude, the strength of my peace. This is the gift of this chapter of life. The rush is over. The race is run. What remains is the essence, the quiet moments of awareness, the soft sunlight on your hands, the taste of a warm breakfast, the comfort of your own breath. So as we finish, I'll leave you with this final thought, the quiet truth behind every habit I've shared. Your morning is a sanctuary. You are both the keeper and the guest. Treat it with that same sacred respect. Protect that first hour from hurry, from noise, from demand. Fill it only with what serves your soul. Because how you care for yourself in those first quiet moments is how you teach the world to care for you. It is how you whisper to your own heart, you are still here, and that is everything. Tomorrow is a gift you've earned. Open it slowly. Savor it. And remember, no matter how many mornings you've seen, the most meaningful one is always today's. Thank you for allowing me to share this part of my journey with you. May your mornings be gentle, and your days be your own. Thank you for spending this time with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you apply it in your life. Your comments inspire us to keep going. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Elderly Care Tips and share. Your support makes it possible for us to continue creating content that informs and uplifts. We appreciate you watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.